This morning we're here with Wayne Dirkman, and Wayne is the owner and an operator of Quality Circuits here in Fergus Falls. So I want to thank you, Wayne, for joining us this morning. And first of all, Wayne, can you tell us a little bit, what does Quality Circuits do? I know you're a manufacturer, and I'd like you to just describe your product a bit.
All right, yes, we manufacture printed wiring boards for the medical industry, for the agricultural industry, instrumentation. Anybody that does something electronics is usually built on a printed wiring board.
Okay, so you actually manufacture the board right here in Fergus Falls?
Yes. We have about 105 employees, and we've been here 22 years. Started as a part of the original Project 500 with Fergus Falls when they had the medallion fire. They needed to replace 500 jobs, and the goal was in 500 days, and we were a product of that.
I see. How did you start, Wayne? Did you always have it in your mind to own your own business, or what led you to make this decision? And did you start all alone, or did you have an employee or two right away?
Basically, I started alone. I've always been in manufacturing management, and I've always believed that if you treated people right, you could be a lot more successful than the old mode where the manager was responsible for everything, and you had to browbeat people to get work done. Where I thought if you could get them self-motivated, they would do it, and my job be easier.
What year did you start, Wayne?
1988.
In your own building, or?
No, we were in the village incubator building. And one of the unique things that Fergus did is they put together a loan pool program where the money we borrowed was shared between 10 different institutions, and we were able to create a business for the price of a used car loan.
So you started by yourself, and then tell me, how did it evolve to being 105 employees and making products that you likely ship all over the country and probably the world?
Yeah, basically we start with one account, and part of when you go in your own business, you have to have friends, and you need people. The most important thing is somebody has to get an order. A lot of people could build things, but somebody has to sell it, and somebody has to have confidence in you that you will deliver it. And if you do it right, it'll continue to grow. No, we gradually ramped up, maybe a couple people per month. What we do is we built on each account, took care of the account properly to grow, meet their needs, and then move on to another. We call them partnerships with our customers. And we still have basically every customer we started with 22 years ago.
What do you feel has been the biggest risk involved with your business, Wayne?
Risk of getting into business is a risk, but an entrepreneur, really, if he's going to be successful, you pre-calculate the risk. You don't take a big risk. You move into a project or whatever when you know you can be 99% sure of succeeding. So the only risk is just doing it.
Do you have a certain philosophy about your employees, Wayne, and how do you feel that Quality Circuits has affected their lives?
The philosophy, one of the reasons I want to go into business and test the philosophy too, of treating people right. What we do is, if you take the typical management pyramid where the boss is at the top and the lowly workers at the bottom, what you have to do is flip that over. And the most important guy in the equation is the guy building products, the worker. So if you look at it from the bottom, the manager has to look, rather than from the top down, he has to look up to the guy producing product and say, what can I do to help you do it better, more efficiently, lower cost, safer, and flip that pyramid over.
Sometimes in today's environment, they make profit sound like a bad word, or like, profits are just huge and they're all on Wall Street and whatever. Tell me, what does profit mean to you and in a business your size?
Yeah, it makes everything possible. Without it, we wouldn't exist. Some of the things that we try to do is we share it with our employees, and on a monthly basis, and they're aware of their performance, the product they build, and the rewards are there. So we're really we try to make everybody an entrepreneur. So the people aren't working for me. We're all working for the customer to build a better product and lower the cost. And that's been one of the reasons we're still here and succeeded for 22 years.
What do you think Quality Circuits has meant to the community of Fergus Falls? How have you impacted the community here?
I guess that's not really my call, but we try to have the best employees we can, and everybody generally has a family to feed, and they all want to drive a nice car, and we try to make it as successful as we can. One of the secrets of my success was really Dale Carnegie. And, so.
Did you take that years ago as a young person or recently?
I had a buddy that was brave enough to go start his own business, and he attributed that to him. He gave me his books, and they're just principles of dealing with people and how to get along with people, and little confidence builders, and it has an impact, yeah.
You run this business in the free enterprise system of America. What does America mean to you, Wayne?
America's in trouble. We face it every day with the movement of jobs to China. Everything's based on cost, and products will always find the lowest cost. So we need to find ways to do that, to work together, to get rid of the government burden. We can compete with China, but we're getting to the point we can't compete with our government, with all the regulations and the costs that they're adding, and health cost, and we've become our own worst enemy. And so if we're going to stay in business, provide jobs in America, grow jobs, we got to get the government off our back and get a better future.
When you started this business of printed circuit boards, what made you think that printed circuit boards were something that was needed in the economy and that was something that you knew how to do? Could anyone have done that? What was unique about your background?
Yeah, okay. So basically, I had electronics in the military, and then from there, I got out, and at that point, a division of General Motors was making these rockets, the guidance systems for rockets, and we really were pioneers in the industry. And from there, we broke off, started a company in Milwaukee, and from there, about 3 or more companies after. And,
okay. So did you have any formal education in it, or was it education through the military?
It comes out of the world of electronics, and the real early beginnings was experimentation and finding ways to get things done, and developing the processes. At one time, we actually used to put molasses in a tank as a grain refiner for plating, which nobody knew what it was, but it did work because it was an organic material which acted as a brightener in the plating tank. And so it kind of evolved from there. And like everything else, all the industries are improving, and now we use lasers, and we can do things in thousandths of an inch, where at that time it was, could we do it at all? I
noticed that you hire several engineers now to engineer your product. Was that always the case?
Yes. One of the key engineers is you got to have chemical people, because we plate chemistries and the circuits are etched, and so we get mechanical engineers because it's a variety of different disciplines. We have machining, we have drilling, the graphic arts. So design engineers. Now we have electrical engineers, chemical engineers, mechanical engineers, industrial engineers. It's an industrial setting.
Did you ever work just a 40-hour week?
No. Then that's one of the things about an entrepreneur, basically. If you love to work, I love to work. I'm retired, but now I can do what I want to do, which is work. So I'll dive my boots on.
Of the customers that you've kept all the life of this business, where are those customers? Where's this product going to?
One of our largest customers is John Deere. Most people would be surprised to see that basically almost 100% of their electronics are built here in Fergus Falls, where we have people driving around in John Deere's. But they're a high-quality company. They're very demanding quality and service. And our name is Quality Circuits. We use the tools to make better quality product. And for 6 years in a row, we have achieved a partnership rating with John Deere. And out of thousands of worldwide suppliers for John Deere, last year we were number one.
Of the customers that you've kept all the life of this business, where are those customers? Where's this product going to?
One of our largest customers is John Deere. Most people would be surprised to see that basically almost 100% of their electronics are built here in Fergus Falls, where we have people driving around in John Deere's. But they're a high-quality company. They're very demanding quality and service. And our name is Quality Circuits. We use the tools to make better quality product. And for 6 years in a row, we have achieved a partnership rating with John Deere. And out of thousands of worldwide suppliers for John Deere, last year we were number one. Another major market segment for us is the medical field. We make a lot of product for Johnson & Johnson. We make a line of products for harmonic scalpels, which are used in surgeries where you can take a harmonic scalpel and cut off a blood vessel, seal it, and cut at the same time. So they call it a bloodless surgery. So we work closely with the engineers at these companies to develop circuitry that fits and works, and that's growing. So as they get projects, new knives and so forth, we're involved in early development and manufacture.
What kind of investment do you have in your equipment? Can we ask, Wayne?
Yes, we have over $20 million worth of machinery invested, and we like to say it's paid for. So we're selfish about our money. We don't give it to the banks. We reinvest it.
How's the economy affecting you?
Right now, we've had two big growth peaks and two dips, one in 2000 and then the last one. And at each time, we were forced to cut back on hours and lay people off, which I don't like to do. But right now, we're maintaining, and we hope to, at the very minimum, do that.